The Lord of the Rings. That's racist, they cried.
Tolkien's orcs are black, don't you deny?
They twist every tale to fit their demand.
But they fear the truth they can't understand. Oh, yeah, we read through this article of absolute stupidity.
So did you guys know that there is a class being done at the University of Nottingham?
Nottingham, of all places.
Where it's a course suggesting that Tolkien's treatment of evil characters follows a tradition of anti-African antipathy. Well, the history module is called Decolonizing Tolkien et al.
Why?
So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did this for you. I read the entire stupid article. Okay? It was not fun.
We also read the comments afterward.
The comments were great. As you can see, it has 2,000 comments.
Yeah, everyone had to agree that this was just pure stupid.
What it says is it's taught in the University of Nottingham, which uses a text that says that orcs and other dark-skinned characters in the trilogy are victims of ethnic chauvinism.
False.
I want to mention the person who did this. I forget the name and I don't really care.
I think it was actually something African.
Literally made up fake history to say that actually back in the 1600s that England was actually had black people there, and therefore by not including them, Tolkien is somehow racist.
Wrong.
Also, I want to point out that you can see that orc over there, right? That's an orc, the top right over there, the one with the potato face. Looks kind of white to me.
Very white, because everything in Lord of the Rings is based off England, where everyone is pale because there isn't that much sunlight from all the rain. You're not going to have many black people originating there if they don't have enough sunlight for the melanin, now are you? And the orcs are corrupted elves in Tolkien's mythos. So, yeah.
So the person who does this is Dr. Ornick Nubia, a historian writer, and argues that the Eastern races in the fictional realm of Middle-earth are depicted as evil, while fair-skinned people of the West are shown as virtuous. He also says that he examines racial issues in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and says that C.S. Lewis's fantasy novel have long been seen as exhibiting Oriental stereotypes, and they're described as cruel people with long beards and orange-colored turbans. And that students of the course in Nottingham will learn to repopulate the canon of British myth and legend. He also says he's provided articles saying that in medieval England, there were diverse populations of Africans that lived there, and that it was evident in literature. And he also says that Shakespeare's work helped promote a fictional mono-ethnic English past, and it was problematic for missing direct references to Africans living in England at the time, and it created the illusion of racial homogeneity in England. I kid you not, this is actually what this person is claiming.
I need to stop you there because I need to comment on Shakespeare as someone who loves the work of Shakespeare. Have you not read Othello? The whole thing was about an African merchant in Europe and about how he was hated because of the color of his skin. The game Othello is named after the damn play because of the black and white stuff. He was literally in love with a woman and he got rejected and hated and accused of things just because he was African. Who is this guy to say that Shakespeare, the greatest playwright in history, was wrong? Can I please go to Nottingham and find this guy? And can I please do semi-illegal things in Minecraft? Please. I need to hurt something. And also C.S. Lewis's works were based on Christianity, mainly Catholicism, I believe. This is supposed to be about Tolkien. Why is he bringing other writers into this?
Because it's this entire course. He literally is paid to teach a course that literally does this. And he also says, a contributor professor says that if you put the play in context of other Shakespearean plays, even sonnets, its language is all over the place. This language of dark and light, these are racializing elements, and that the number of sonnets are addressed to the physically contrasted fair youth and the dark lady, and that Shakespeare's birthplace trust, they're trying to decolonize the Shakespeare's birthplace trust because it supports white supremacy, and they're going to create a more inclusive museum experience.
Can I please go to England and burn it all down?
Too expensive. This process included exploring the continued impact of the empire on the collection and the impact of colonialism on world history, and how Shakespeare's work has played a part in this.
Can I please go to England and burn it all down? I can't take this. Though I did love that one comment that said, so is calling night dark and day light racist now? Or something like that?
He says that Tolkien's treatment of fictional races shares traditional anti-African antipathy in which people from Africa are painted as the natural enemy of white men. This is a real article, by the way. This is not a joke. This is not the Babylon Bee.
I wish it were. It would make more sense if it were Babylon Bee, but no. This is real. This is not satire. My poor author's soul is weeping with despair.
I want to read what he claims in this module, by the way. He leads the module, and he claims that decolonizing it means re-examining and moving away from white Western viewpoints. And in the module's core text, he writes that the maligned peoples in Lord of the Rings include the Easterlings, the Southrons, and the men from Harad, and that the trilogy also features the dark-skinned orcs, evil creatures that do the bidding of Sauron, known as the Dark Lord.
Evil is always referred to as dark and good is always referred to as light. That's how it's been since the dawn of time in any literary work.
Literally, I'm reading this. This is literally a real, genuine article. This is an actual class that this person is doing. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, okay? This person should be fired. Straight up. This is a lie. This is a lie. I would like to see, okay, please, Professor, whatever your name is, I'm not even going to pronounce it right. Eka, could you please give us a source for your claims that in the medieval ages, things were diverse? Because contrary to popular belief, there is no actual source for that. And it's funny that in this article that you're claiming all this stuff, you have no sources for your claims.
Weird how that works.
But yeah, so that's a thing. And he said that also Shakespeare argues that the bard's work constantly links whiteness to beauty while darkness is unattractive.
That is an insult to goths everywhere. Please let me go to England.
I'm sorry, England. I'm letting you know in advance warning. If anything happens, it was Raven's fault and it's not mine, and I can't control her, and I'm only a bystander, and you'll never take me alive.
Free! Fear my wrath, mortal. I have been unleashed.
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.